Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. This is IMX Sports with another football video, and today I'm going over my Week 6 predictions for the 2022 NFL season. I do predictions on the channel every single week, and as I've said for the last 4 weeks in a row, I do want to try and get some more videos out this week, but I've had an insane amount of work for school, so I will not guarantee that will happen, but I would like to try and start getting some more videos out other than just the power rankings and the predictions. So with that, let's get right into it. First off, we have Thursday Night Football. We have the Commanders and the Bears. This is the first Thursday Night Football game of the season that I legitimately will not even look at my phone once to check the score. Usually, if I'm not watching the game, I'm checking the score constantly to see who's winning, to see how my fantasy teams are doing. I have no interest in any aspect of this game whatsoever. I have the Commanders winning 23-20 simply because I don't think that they would lose 5 games in a row. They did win Week 1 against Jacksonville, and then they've lost 4 in a row. I simply just don't think that they'll lose 5 in a row. I think that Carson Wentz has the ability to win a football game. So I am picking the Commanders 23-20. 1 o'clock games, we have the Giants-Ravens, we have Vikings-Dolphins, we have Niners-Falcons, we have Buccaneers-Steelers, we have Colts-Jaguars, we have Patriots-Browns, we have Packers-Jets, and we got Saints-Bengals. I have the Giants beating the Ravens 20-19 in a defensive thriller. I think that Saquon Barkley is once again going to have 300 yards on the ground, and I think that the Ravens are going to have 350 yards on the ground. The total passing for the game is going to be below 100 yards for both teams combined. And I think the Giants will pull this one out. On a serious note, the Giants are actually looking legitimate, and I think that if they win this game, then they could be one of the best, if not the best team in the league currently. Obviously, they're not going to be better than Buffalo or maybe the Eagles, but it's going to be pretty close. They're looking extremely strong. Vikings-Dolphins, I have the Vikings winning 33-24. Obviously, Tua is still going to be out. Not sure about the status of Teddy Bridgewater. If he is in, then I'll give the Dolphins a slightly better chance, but considering the Vikings are relatively fully healthy, and the Dolphins have injuries up the wazoo, they're basically in an infirmary at this point, I don't see the Dolphins winning this game. 49ers-Falcons, I have the Niners winning 27-20. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have another solid offensive performance, and I think that the Falcons are going to put up some numbers. It's going to be a close game, but I think the Niners will win. Bucs-Steelers, I have the Buccaneers winning 30-13. Slightly more respectable performance for the Steelers this week, but I think that Tampa is going to want to have a more dominant performance coming out the gates than last week, considering they almost lost to Atlanta. Colts-Jaguars, I have the Colts winning 23-22. I think that the Jaguars will put up a fight, but at the end of the day, the Colts are I still think that the Colts, on paper, are a strong football team. That has not translated to wins this season, or points, or anything, but they are 2-1, and I think that they're going to have a bounce-back week this week. I think that they're going to continue the upward trend. They're going to get a win over Jacksonville. Their defense is going to play well. Their offense is going to get enough points to win, and I think that they'll be 3-2-1 moving into Week 7. Patriots-Browns. I got the Patriots winning 23-17. I think that the defense is going to have a little bit of a spark after this past week, holding the highest scoring offense in the league to 0. Obviously, part of that is because we already had a lead, so they couldn't really kick field goals. Otherwise, if they had gotten down the field into field goal range earlier in the game, it would have been 9 points or whatever, because they did get into field goal range 3 or 4 times at the end of the game. But with that being said, I think that the Browns game is going to be similar. I think that our offense is going to get a lot of juice from the defensive performance, and I think that Jack Jones is going to have another pick 6. Packers-Jets, I have the Packers winning 38-10. The Jets have been looking good the last couple of weeks. I'm not okay with that. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I think that they should stop doing that, and I think that the Packers, after 2 pretty bad weeks in a row, almost losing to Bailey Zappi and then actually losing to the New York Giants, I think that they're going to win 38-10. I think that they're going to have a massive performance. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to throw 4 touchdowns, and I think that they're going to beat the Jets in spectacular fashion. Saints-Bengals, I have the Saints winning 31-30. Hopefully some of their players are back next week. I think that Michael Thomas should be back from injury by then. I think that some of their other wide receivers, hopefully they're not playing with their 5th and 6th string quarterback wide receivers. but they did almost beat Seattle with their 5th and 6th string wide receivers, basically. So I think that the Saints have a stronger team when healthy than the Bengals do, based off of what we've seen so far this season, and because of that, I have them winning 31-30. 4 o'clock games, we have Rams, Panthers, Cardinals, Seahawks, and Chiefs, Bills. I think that the Rams are going to put up 44 points against the Panthers next week. We really haven't seen the Rams' offense go off yet. Their offense has been really inconsistent other than Cooper Kupp, and I think that this week is going to be the first week that they really show their colors, and they're going to really get it's not going to mean much because it's Carolina, but I do think that they're going to have a good week. Cardinals Seahawks have the Cardinals winning 34-31. Geno Smith has been on fire, even though they're 2-3. The defense has really been what's been losing them the games, giving up 45 points against the Lions, giving up 39 points against the Saints. Their defenses have been horrendously bad, but Geno Smith has been great. I think that this will be a tight divisional game, but I think the Cardinals are ultimately a better team. Chiefs-Bills have the Chiefs winning 51-50. I don't think that's a stretch. I think that that's realistic. I've been trying to pick at least one 50-50 game every week because I think that it would be really cool to have another one. That Rams-Chiefs game was so exciting in 2018 that I've just wanted another 50-50 game so bad. I think that this one has potential based off of the AFC divisional round last year, and I think that if any game is going to hit 50 points, it's going to be this one. Sunday Night Football, we have Cowboys-Eagles. The 4-1 Cowboys are taking on the undefeated 5-0 Eagles. I have the Eagles losing. I have the Eagles losing 27-24. I think that Cooper Rush is going to have another solid performance. I think that he's going to throw the ball around 10 times. He's going to have around 100 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. I think that Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard are going to have 250 rushing yards total, and I think that the Eagles are going to get 3 touchdowns in the first quarter and then not score for the rest of the game. On a serious note, I think that Dallas has one of the stronger teams in the league, and I think that the difference between Dak and Cooper Rush is that Cooper Rush, because they aren't taking chances with him, he isn't turning the ball over. And although Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Cooper Rush, I think that the game plan with Cooper Rush that they have works better for the Cowboys team. It's very similar to the game plan that the Patriots have. And the Cowboys have a better overall team than the Patriots do. So they're using the Patriots game plan, which has worked, which we got to 10-7 last year with, but they're doing it with a better team. They're doing it with star players on their defense. And I think that that's really the reason why the Cowboys are winning. And I think that the playbook works better with a solid, consistent offensive performance with a conservative quarterback than it does with Dak Prescott, frankly. And I think that that's the reason why they're winning games. And I think that if Dak Prescott comes back from injury, then they're going to need to make some offensive adjustments to how he plays if they want to continue winning games. But I do think that they'll beat the Eagles this week. And I think that Cooper Rush will advance to 5-0 on the season and 6-0 in his career. Monday Night Football have the Chargers beating the Broncos 16-6. Oh boy. The Chargers' offense has been pretty solid this year, other than the one game where Justin Herbert was injured. But once again, we have Russell Wilson in primetime. And the Broncos' offense has just looked horrendously bad. I really want to pick the Broncos. I really do. I had them as the 5th best team in the league preseason. I love Russell Wilson. I love Russell Wilson. I was so ready for him to be so good this year. And it just hasn't worked out. So I have the Chargers winning 16-6. That Denver defense has been crazy, even though the Denver defense has been as good as the offense has been bad. And because of that, I have the Chargers beating the Broncos 16-6. So those are my Week 6 predictions for the 2022 NFL season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know what you guys want for videos. If you want me to do any other types of videos, I'm probably going to do some kind of playoff prediction video or final record prediction video if I do find time to do it. But that requires me finding the time. So hopefully I can get around to it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Like and subscribe. Peace.